Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't know what's going on. I thought I had all of my technical difficulties straightened out, and now there's no Facebook stream for some reason. So I'm going to kind of play around and see if I can figure that out while we're doing this, but I don't know if that's possible. I don't know why everything is always so chaotic. Yeah, it says... It just says sending data. Oh, man. Okay, due to recent updates, you cannot... Please delete your channel and re-add it. Lord. So, yeah. No, I didn't get blocked. I didn't get de-Facebooked. It looks like for some reason, well, I don't know if I can do it while I'm streaming, or let's just try it. Why not? If the stream kicks off, I'm sorry. Add a channel. Facebook. Let's see. So hopefully on a different, on a lighter note, hopefully the some of the problems that we've been having with the stream kind of sucking, hopefully I've got those figured out and fixed. Hopefully. Sorry, I'm doing 9 different things. Good news, though, also, in addition to fixing some of the technical streaming issues, I've also updated the podcast studio, done a couple more fun little minor renovations. Can we call them renovations? Oh, no, I don't want it to call. Oh, jeez, you guys. Oh, Lord. Okay. I guess I should have remove. Hi, Julia. So there's something going on with the Facebook stream, but hopefully we're fixing it. I don't know. Public page, the gnarly gnome. Save. We may just have to do this another day and fix it then. Titles, update titles. Can I update titles while I'm... Let's find out. The Weekly Pint. All right, so what are we drinking? I'm sorry, guys, for the silence. This is when it would be very helpful to always have some kind of a co-host when I do stuff, because I wouldn't have to be silent while I'm trying to do something. All right. Okay, YouTube is there. Facebook is there. I think. It says sending data. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I've never done it that way before. I mean, okay. What is everybody drinking? Let's see. Marco picked up food, and now he's drinking a Coast to Coast. And Julia is drinking March 1st Swiss Chocolate Stout. Awesome. I'm going to crack open some Taft's. This is Paint the Town Hoppy, their new IPA. Ooh, this is the other thing. So I mentioned that I've done some renovations in the podcast studio. I have not used this yet, so I don't know how well it is actually going to work, if at all. Oh, there we go. Okay, hang on, guys. This is really awesome. Trust me. This is what I call the beer cam. Now you can see what I'm drinking. Oh goodness. So yeah, we've been battling a little bit of a cold rolling through our house this week. Last night was the first night in I don't know, a week since we got a full night's sleep with the boy. So that's nice to hopefully be coming out the other side of everybody being sick, but we'll get there. I actually have never looked at this the stream. So the behind the scenes, the stream runs off of, this is going to be a little complicated. There's one piece of software that actually gathers the stream here on my end and sends it out. I did tell Marco it wasn't COVID. Sends the stream out. Then there's another kind of a service, we'll say, that grabs that stream and then splits that stream up into different streams. So sends one to YouTube, sends one to Facebook, sends one to Twitter, sends one to Twitch, whatever you want to send it to. And then each one of those has their own kind of stream, which is what you guys see and what you can comment on and all that. The software that is sending that stream out to those different platforms, I've never actually pulled it up while I'm streaming before, and it's actually kind of cool. So it gives analytics while you're rolling in the stream. It tells me how many people are on each platform, and I guess you could probably, maybe we need to look into this. You could probably watch the stream from, it's called Restream. You see it in the description or the title or something, I think, but you could probably follow somewhere on the on that Restream. Maybe we need to look into that. And then instead of, I mean, I don't know. I like having YouTube, but yeah, it definitely says it's sending to both. But I don't think that the Facebook is still existing. Let's look here. Sorry, this is real exciting, isn't it, guys? Yeah, who knows? We're gonna figure this out, though. We're gonna get this chat thing nailed down. I like that people can watch on Facebook and on YouTube, but I think I just like it because of the notifications. So I don't know. Maybe it makes more sense at some point to move the actual stream into an embedded player on the website. I don't know. Do you guys have any opinions on that? Please let me know. All right. Here's the important question, though. This week, does the audio sound okay, and does the video look okay? Because that's been the biggest problem that I feel like I've had in the last 4 weeks, something like that. Did we figure that out finally? Because that's all it is like I take one thing that is screwing up and fix that, and then move on to the next thing that's screwing up and try to fix that. Perfect. Julia says the audio and video are perfect tonight. Excellent. So tonight's problem is just that Facebook hates me. It just pops up as sending data. And I don't know why. I wonder if it's because I tried to resend it after. I don't know, guys. Conversation topics. So there's been some fun stuff this week or even today that I would love to talk about. The first one that I put notes down for because I got really excited when I saw it was this the Rhinegeist changing their cans. By the way, I believe, and I should emphasize that I believe the phone line is active. Let me double check that. It looks like it is to me. So if anybody wants to call in, you can call in. Phone number's on the screen for a minute. Julia says, I like one central location for all things known Brewcast as long as the chat feature is decent, so we can still chat along during the live shows. I agree. The only other thing that I am kind of on the fence about with moving it, and I don't know that it would go away from Facebook. I don't know. The only thing that I'm a little hesitant about it moving away from Facebook or YouTube is just that number one, the notification of people getting a notification that it's live, and then number two, people stumbling across it. Like there's plenty of people that follow the gnome that don't show up, at 9-ish whatever on a Monday, knowing that the show is coming on. They just happen to get on Facebook and see that it's there and then grab the stream. So, and maybe that, I don't know, maybe that doesn't matter, but I don't know. That's the only hesitance that I have at all about it, but we'll figure it out. I get so sick of something not working, and I'm trying to eliminate those pieces. Anyways, let me take a drink before we jump back over to Rhinegeist here. Paint the Town Hoppy. This is double IPA, I believe. Doesn't say on the can, but yeah, just as IPA. But it's 8.6%, so yeah, we'll call it double. Actually says nothing about the beer on the can because of the whole idea of having this artwork front and center. Julia says, yeah, there's a better reach on Facebook, YouTube for sure. As long as I know where to watch, do whatever makes more sense for you. And the show will always end up on YouTube, just maybe not live. And so maybe it doesn't really matter. If people, I like feeling like I'm talking to people, but there's always somebody here to feel like I'm talking to. So I don't know. Well, I'm going to put some thought into it. I'm going to figure out what in the world is going on with this not sending to Facebook, and then we'll figure out what to do about it. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. So I wish you guys could see the setup now. I have like a command central. I've changed the podcast studio around again, and instead of having a big table, the previous kind of incarnation of my desk in here still went along this wall right here the way it does now, but it was an L shape and came out this way. Then what I did now is I took away the L shape. There is a plan to reincorporate something about that, but it's all on this side now. So I have a monitor mounted up where I'm looking. You guys can't see that. Mounted up high there. The other monitor here. Phone is over here. iPad is over here. Everything's mounted on this arm off of the desk. So I actually have desk space here. It's really, maybe I'll take a picture of it and put it up somewhere. But it is definitely a step up as far as usability. And I can see everything. I probably need to drop my monitor up there down a little bit because I feel like I keep looking up. I don't need to look up there, but that's where I see what you guys are seeing. And for now, until I invest more money, if I want to change what's on your screen, I have to look up to hit the button, which is what I'm going to do now, because we're going to talk about Rhinegeist. these new cans, the cider. I'm in love with this new branding. We all know that Rhinegeist definitely knows what they're doing in the branding department, but dear God, these are great. They're absolutely cool, like this crazy summery retro. I love it. I'm a little I don't know if I should confused maybe that Bubbles isn't one of the ones we're seeing here. I don't know if one of these is Bubbles rebranded. I don't know. But I'm and maybe these are just the pure ciders. Maybe the stuff that is kind of the ale cider hybrid stuff like Bubbles doesn't fall under this flag, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think of it? How are we actually feeling about cider? I know that there was a big kind of, I don't know, a big push, big move. A few years back, people saying that cider was this next big thing, and then that never kind of materialized. And people just kind of ignored cider, I guess, as they moved into seltzer. Maybe that was the fault of seltzer. But do we think that cider is going to have a comeback? Is this a kind of a sign from Rhinegeist that they're going to start pushing their cider more? Are we going to see them enter some new markets and really try to do it with cider? I don't know. What do you guys think about it? That's good beer. That's definitely a big double IPA. So Curtis is drinking Noodle Burner from Yellow Springs. Marco, not COVID, just a cough. I have to confess, I think I've definitely had Yellow Springs beer once or twice. I really have not had that much of it at all, which is, I don't know, it kind of makes me sad to say that out loud, because I know that they make some really great stuff. I just don't get out to grab stuff like that nearly as much as I probably should. But I definitely don't think that I've had Noodle Burner. In fact, I don't really know what style that is. Let's see. Yellow Springs Noodle Burner. Untapped says it's a New England IPA. Definitely. Not my typical go-to style, so that's probably why. Let's see if I've had it, though. I hate logging into Untapped on my iPad. No, I have never had that one. 7%. Description just says New England Hazy IPA. Can I look how many Yellow Springs beers that I've had? Let's see. I'm trying to move my mouse onto my iPad. Oh, Lord. Let's see. I've only checked into 2 Yellow Springs beers. Isn't that crazy? And neither one of them are recent. One is Tropical Paradust. Oh, and then the other one, I remember the other one because it was so delicious. It was that Bromancing the Bastogne, aged in oak barrels with Brett. A bottle that was shared with me somewhere, line share or something. And it was absolutely incredible. My description, my check-in just says, "Holy crap, funky amazingness. This one blew me away." So yeah, it was good. So nobody has any thoughts about Rhinegeist. We'll move on to the next thing, which is well, let's see. Oh, that's good. 5 stories. So this is the distillery side of Northern Row. I've definitely talked about Northern Row on my multiple shows a few times. Julia says, "I like cider, just don't reach for it all that often. I think if anyone starts pushing more variants of them, they'll start coming into their own chunk of the market. I don't know if they'll take off the way the seltzers did. I like the new cider Geist can designs. Sorry, had a book to type. That's all right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if a brewery put some real thought into their cider, they could kind of bridge that gap, I guess. Bring some of those people that are drinking seltzers were the people drinking ciders, and I think some creativity could bring some of those people back into cider. I don't know. Marco says might be a way to separate the brands. I definitely think so. I do find it interesting that they're not separating as far enough as, when you talk about seltzer, a lot of places give their seltzer an entirely new brand, be it Vive or Astra or Kitty Paw, whatever. The cider or the seltzer, sorry, has its own distinct brand from the brewery, and you don't see that with people's cider programs. Yes, Cider Geist is different than Rhinegeist, but it is still very much Rhinegeist. You look at it, and you know it's. I mean, maybe a little bit less so now, but you still know that it's Rhinegeist, and it's interesting to me that yes, it's separating the brands a little bit, but not that much, not in the same way that seltzers are. And keep in mind also, Rhinegeist does not have a seltzer. And from what I understand, they don't have plans to jump into the seltzer world anytime soon. At least the last time I heard any kind of comment on it, they didn't. So this is their seltzer. This is that thing that they're trying to provide to seltzer drinkers. So if they can find a way to really bridge that gap in a meaningful way, it'll be interesting to see if other people kind of take kind of pick up on that and try to do the same thing. I would love to see more cider and less seltzer. Not that I have a problem with seltzer. God knows I've drank a lot of it in the last year. I need to get that that episode of whatever it's going to be, a vlog or drinking with the gnome or something, finished. But it is in the works. I also started doing some planning for another really fun show. Video. It'll be a vlog probably that has to do with the hollow earth theory. Just a little teaser there. It'll also, that video will kind of show you kind of the direction that I'm really seeing long term for the vlog. I have some really cool stuff that I want to do with it. So 5 stories. Northern Row, their distillery is finally, I mean, it's been operational, but when they started cranking out hand sanitizer, they kind of took off the took their foot off the gas a little bit with it. Kind of focused on the brewery and getting that up and running, and now have started leaning back into the distillery. And the first products are ready to go. They have, I believe, and I didn't write anything down here, vodka, gin, and white rum, I believe, is their first 3 products. Not surprising. Julia says she's been to the Hollow Earth Monument. That plays a role in the video. I've never been to it, which is insane because I live in Fairfield. It's not that far from me. But yeah, that plays a part in the video. So stay tuned. I might wait until it's a little warmer outside, though. You might not see this video for a few months, so don't get your hopes up too much. But that's kind of the point of this show too, is that you get sneak peeks into things like that aren't really ready to talk about. I shouldn't talk about because some of them happen very quickly, some of them happen very, very slowly. So yeah, 5 stories, distillery, finally starting to get their new product, or their first products, besides hand sanitizer, out into the market. I am really, really excited to try them and see how good they are. I've been happy with a lot of the stuff that I've tried from Northern Row, so I have faith that they are going to have good distilled products too. So we'll see. I will definitely let you guys know when I do try some. On a related but non-related note, this last week on Prost, we did a cider, and this next coming week, talking about distilled products, we have a distilled product. I'll give you a little hint there, but that's as much as you'll get. Next, I did want to talk about a product that has popped up on shelves again and see if anybody actually cares about it. Hopslam. So it used to be that when Hopslam came out, which I always remember being a little closer to spring, but maybe my memories are just not accurate. It used to be that people would get really excited about it. People would line up and get their special glass and drink it, and it was an absolute blast. And that beer itself was a fun beer. It still is a fun beer, but it's to me lost a little bit now that there's other stuff that's just as good or better. Julia says, I'm torn between wanting to order the sensory kit and doing the virtual tasting for Hopslam and wanting to save my money. I definitely get that. There's the hype around Hopslam, I think, is what I think is interesting to watch year after year, and watch how it changes, and watch how beer drinkers stop really caring about things like that. You know, the beer is just as good as it ever was, and you could say, you know, the quality has only improved over the years, but yet people, their opinions about it have definitely changed. You know, when we talk about, you know, how much money you want to spend on beer or don't want to spend on beer, it really does come down to this this idea of, you know, if you have in any given month, we'll say, you know, you have X amount of dollars to spend on beer, where do you want to push that money? Do you want to run out and pick up a relatively expensive for what it is, you know, 4-pack of beer that is from, you know, a brewery that you've had a million times, a beer that you've had a million times, out of town, that doesn't excite you anymore as much, or would you rather take those dollars and focus them here locally and direct it towards a local brewery? My wife is texting asking if everything is okay. I think that's because the Facebook stream is not up. Let's text her back. Maybe she's asking if everything's okay because both of the kids have woke up and are up there screaming and raising hell, and so it's her nice way of saying, "Is everything okay?" Because everything's not okay here. Yeah. She says, "I never saw it pop up, and I can't find it on your page." Yeah. So that answers that question. Julia says, "I'd fall on the local brewery side unless it's something I'm super excited about. Rather help the breweries here." That's definitely where I lean on it. I don't know that I'm normal, though. I don't know that I'm the average beer drinker. I think that I focus a lot heavier on or Marco says, "However, I'm not knocking the beer, but to your point, just being judicious with my dollars." Or Ohio State is getting whipped. Yeah, I was watching the game a little bit before I jumped on here, and actually I could flip my phone here. While I was trying to get, oops, that's not the right thing. Hang on, guys. It's hard to watch TV while you're trying to run a show that is not a show. I had the show pulled, or the game pulled up while I was trying to get the boy to fall asleep, but now see, this is the perfect setup. The TV is a little bit small because it's on my phone, but what were we talking about? Oh, Hopslam. I think that I'm definitely not a normal local craft beer drinker because I spend so much time focusing on local beers. I recognize that there are great beers that are from outside of Cincinnati that maybe if I didn't have all of the stuff that I was trying to do, I would drink more frequently. Maybe. I really have no idea. I think. And also with that being said, that's it's not like I don't drink non-local beer, because I do. I mean, you guys have seen, especially with me doing Prost now too. Sometimes I'll throw non-local stuff on there, but the majority of what I drink is local. It's just you don't need to go outside of Cincinnati to find something that you're looking for. I mean, hell, there are beers that are made here in Cincinnati that to me are extremely, extremely similar to Hopslam that satisfy that Hopslam craving, I guess, in the same way for me. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. And also, that being said, if I am somewhere and I see Hopslam on tap, I can't guarantee I won't, get a snifter of it and try it again. So everything I say is taken with a grain of salt, because you put a beer in front of me and everything goes out the window. All right. That's all I've got for you this week. I wanted to show you guys that I fixed one of the technical issues. Another one popped up, but I did fix it, and then give you kind of a sneak peek at the changes to the studio, which I don't know if you can actually tell any of the changes to the studio. It definitely, like, when you're here, it looks a whole lot different. There is going to be, I don't know how well you can see that back wall, but where this little, no, you can't see over here at all. This little table here, that's eventually going to go away, and there's going to be, you'll be able to see more of the back wall. There'll be wood at the bottom, which will continue all the way over there to that wall. Over there, the actual wall itself is going to flip up into a small table. So when I have people over here in studio to do like a Scentsy Brewcast or something, I'll be able to flip that up and people can sit there, stay socially distanced. Also, I'm working on getting the other room set up a little bit better for podcasts. So if I have, a few more people, a little larger kind of setup, we'll be able to just go out there and sit at the bar or something and plug in and record from there, either running back in here to the mixer or just set it up like a on location podcast. I've got all the equipment. There's no reason I can't just set up a show out there. Speaking of podcasts too, if you guys didn't catch it last week, I've been helping Chef Tony from Brew City Sausage get his podcast up and running. They do it's called Food Trucker Magazine. So I'll be helping with that again tomorrow. His will be, last week was on Facebook. This week it should be live broadcast on YouTube, and then the actual podcast feed whenever that all gets lined up. If anybody has never launched a podcast before, it's not like you just hit the on button and it appears everywhere. So you have to get them approved through different platforms and shared to different it's a pain in the butt sometimes. So that is coming if you are into the food truck world. But either way, I encourage you to jump on tomorrow if you're not doing anything. At like 7, I think, is when it goes live on YouTube, and show them some love because they're trying to get it going. So I'll be there helping out with that, sitting in the corner, drinking a beer and running the mixer. That's what I'm good at. That's actually really fun to do too, because it's one thing to sit here and try to run the technical side of things while you're trying to talk and create content and drink a beer. And as you guys always see on the show, I don't actually drink that much of the beer while the show is going because I have to keep talking. Whereas when I'm running somebody else's mixer, I can just kind of sit back and put my feet up and I listen to the conversation and have a beer. It's pretty fun. All right. We will wrap this up and see if Ohio State can do something else here because it's, as of right now, not very pretty. Aside from the phone number call-in issue, the stream went very well for the food truck show. Yeah, and that was, yeah. So if we want to go behind the scenes a little bit, so the drunk line is just a Google Voice number that I have set up to forward to all of my devices. So I have my phone plugged in, people can call it, and it pops up on my phone, and I can just send it right into the mixer. It also will go straight to my computer, straight to my iPad. It goes to everything, so I can answer it on any of that stuff. We were trying to forward an 800 number that he had set up to the mixer which is really, really complicated without buying. You have to buy like this little box kind of that goes in between the phone line, that hard phone line, to the mixer, which we used to have one in our studio when we were in Mike's house. But we didn't have one of those, so we couldn't think of a way to connect the actual phone to the mixer. So I set him up a Google Voice number, and we were forwarding the 800 number to the Google Voice and then the Google Voice into the mixer. And for some reason, somewhere along that way, it just wasn't working. And I still can't quite figure out what that was, but I think it's just going to be Google Voice this week. So that problem should be fixed on that show. It's also a little less stressful to me when it's a problem on somebody else's show that we're trying to fix instead of my show for once, because it seems like I'm always trying to fix my problems. So yeah, that's it, guys. We will we'll do this again next week. For those of you who are Patreon supporters, the tiers are getting tweaked a little bit here in the next, I don't know when, I won't give a time frame, but soon. And the perks are growing a little bit. They'll be the same, but I'm adding some stuff in there. And one of the things I'm adding is video. So Scentsy Brewcast, every episode will have video with it now. What that means for normal people is that there will be clips of episodes that pop up here on YouTube for people to kind of just little kind of, short, under 10-minute kind of things, just about one little topic. They won't be very instantaneous. Like you won't be able to listen to this week's show and then find clips about it right away just because of my schedule, but they will pop up, could be a couple weeks after the show, could be 6 months. It doesn't really matter. It's not designed to kind of go together, if that makes sense. It's just for more people to find more content. But for you guys, for nomies, you will have access to the full episode of Scentsy Brewcast. I'm trying to come up with the easiest way to provide links to that for you. As of right now, it'll just pop up on Patreon, so you can access it just from your Patreon page. I used to have things linked together where if you were logged in on Patreon, you could go to thegnarlygnome.com and there was content on there. That plugin was just a crappy plugin that started really slowing things down on the website, so I just killed that. All of that content is actually still there. You don't have to have a Patreon account. I'm going to figure something out to create a good portal for all of that, but for now, you can just go to your Patreon page and you can find it there. Not right now, either tonight, probably tonight. I will try to do it tonight while I'm getting into bed and everything. I'll try to get a post up about this week's episode. But if it's not up tonight, it'll be tomorrow. And then swag. I promise swag will go out here soon for those of you who are in that tier on Patreon. I've got some cool stuff that I've been working on that I'm ready to send out to some people, and I think I can do it now. So kind of, again, going behind the scenes, the easiest and cheapest and best way for me to send out swag to people is by doing sample order. So I'm ordering a sample of it and then just sending it to somebody else, basically. That is completely shut down, has been shut down for the last almost year because of factories being shut down and stuff. It's crazy. So without trying to let things get too expensive, I'm trying to do that here soon. So swag is coming, I promise. videos coming, I promise. And stay tuned for any other fun stuff that I come up with, including maybe some kind of easy way for us to all keep in touch and have some kind of gathering spot, community gathering spot, an ongoing chat, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's always a work in progress, as you are aware. Make sure I have both my phone and my iPad are kind of hooked up in the same channel on here. I just have to change something, so make sure I don't pipe the game into the feed while I'm trying to get over here to the theme music. That's the last thing we need, is to get busted by the ESPN, ABC, Disney company. Thank you guys very much. Julia says Discord channel, maybe. I think you might be on the right track there. I do have a Discord channel already. I just don't use it for anything. So that might be the road that I go. We'll see. I could do, I think you can do live streams through Discord also too, maybe. I don't know. Stay tuned. I will let you guys know, whatever it is. We'll see you next week. Thank you guys.